Welcome, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel, the channel of coming into that beautiful goddess energy, godlike energy, whatever you want to label it as, learning that you are the creator of your reality and learning the true self. So, welcome. I am Kathleen and I love this journey. I love it a lot more these days. This journey is incredible, even though it's pretty horrible for a while. But once you really start to resonate with what's actually happening and you start to tune inwards and realize that you're creating everything in the physical, this is when the journey shifts. But the start of this journey, we've got to release those layers. We've got to release the ego layers that have been blocking the true self, the beautiful essence that's within you. And that is why you've been awakened. That is why you, as an incredible soul, manifested in another version of you to see the parts of yourself that you can't see. And that's ultimately what they're there for initially, is to show you the parts that you can't see. Anyway, what is today's topic about? Well, it is about how to communicate with the twin flame, the physical masculine. I want to touch on this today. And it's going to be a very, very simple response from me. Stop worrying about it. This is a question that comes up all the time. Now, I know the stop worrying about it is not a 2-second thing, but I want to change the narrative on this, flip the script a little bit. You see, the masculine's role is to show you the subconscious, the parts that all your beliefs, essentially, right? They're not consciously doing it. They are always responding to the energy. So it's about resonating that what's actually playing out here is when you've had that soul recognition or that soul activation, everything that's in the field is going to come up. And that is what the ego death is about. So all your insecurities, all your fears, all your nervousness, everything is going to come up. All that anxiety, everything that is fear-based is going to come up. And it's powerful, right? It's always been in the field. So when we ask the question, because what happens, is our fear-based energy is, our mind is controlled by this fear-based energy. So when that question comes up, because it comes up a lot, is I don't know how to respond to them, I don't know how to talk to them, what should I do? It comes up a lot. All of that energy is nothing to do with the twin. That is your mind controlling you and translating this energy to be on that twin. But actually, this energy of I don't have a voice, or I need to retreat back, or I'm scared, has always been there. But the mind is translating it onto the physical twin. But it's been playing up in your family dynamics, with your friendships, at the work, in relationships. The twin is just showing it to you. And the mind is going to make out that, oh, it's them. And now I'm all nervous about how to speak to them. And what I'm saying is that the energy was there, but well before they were on the scene. It was just that it's now activated so that you can see it. This whole journey is about this at the start. What is hiding in that field, all that energy that's been activated, needs to come into your consciousness, into your pure awareness. And once it's been seen, it cannot be unseen. So you have two options: transmute it, or keep cycling around in the same scary energy, if that's what we want to put words to it. And you've been cycling around that for a long time, well before the twin, right? The twin is literally just mirroring to you what's there. This is where this journey is a gift, right? All those triggers, all of it is here to show you that this is not the true self, and to give that aspect of you love, to hold yourself and say, right, I'm no longer going to play that version out who is afraid to have a voice. Now, that doesn't mean that you need to go and project your energy out upwards to everybody, okay? You got to learn to honor this voice in a different way. You're going to learn to respond instead of react. So instead of, you're getting all anxious and nervous about how to speak to the twin, when you are in beautiful, divine, peaceful energy, you will know how to speak to the twin. And I'll tell you why. Because you'll know by this point how to speak lovingly to yourself, how to honor you, how to come from unconditional love for yourself, how to hold that beautiful energy for yourself. That is how you are going to connect and speak with your physical twin further down the track. When you're in balanced energy, what's left between you and the twin, the physical, is love, unconditional love. And you will be in a space where you are unbothered by what's played out. In fact, if anything, you are incredibly grateful, because it's showing you all those parts of yourself where you've held yourself back, where you've not been in your truth, where you've not been honest about, I don't like this job, it's not resonating with me, or this relationship. I wasn't in my truth within my own relationship for eons, and even though I was out of it before this journey, it's really taught me to go, no, I wasn't being honest with myself. And I knew I wasn't, but I didn't know how to shift out of it. This journey helps you step into your truth. But it helps you step into it in a beautiful way, not in this throw your toys out, have a hissy fit, It teaches you to come from a different space. So I wanted to just do a quick video on this today, that you don't need to worry about that. It will just naturally and organically flow as you transmute the energy. And just remember this, that whatever fear is coming up, the mind is now being controlled by that fear. So when the mind starts getting activated about, I need to reach out, or, oh my gosh, they've texted me, what should I say? And you start to panic, just know this. Your energy's been set off again so that you can see it, and then you've got to be the observer of that energy so it doesn't spike up, because you're learning to live from a balanced state as opposed to flying off the handle, reacting to this, reacting to that. I was at the airport the other day. It seems to be where I spend most of my days. And something happened, and I just was the observer. It had nothing to do with me. It was some other passengers, and they weren't allowed to take a bag on the plane. And so it was a couple, and the woman just absolutely had a full-blown meltdown. And I thought, wow, this is how we've been living. This is how we've been living. Sometimes we're just so, there's so much going on inside of us that it just takes one little thing, and suddenly we just lose it, and we've got no control over our emotions. This is what this journey is teaching you, to come back into control of that. And when I say control, I don't mean suppress. I mean feel it. Use your inner masculine energy to hold space so that that feminine energy within you can move through that energy without completely, collapsing on the floor, which is what I was observing. And, you just got to have love, right? You just got to have love for this journey, because I have been in situations where I've just lost it because my energy, I've just been so overwhelmed and stressed. It's not a nice place to be. And so you start having compassion and empathy when you see these dynamics playing out, and also gratitude for what this journey is actually helping you with. So this is where I'm going to end it. I know you all want it to be about the divine masculine and how to speak to them, but I'm here to tell you, you don't need to worry about these things. When the energy is calm and it's beautiful, you will know. You just will know. And just when you're panicking about it, that is your fear-based energy controlling you. See it with clarity. There's nothing to stress about here. There's nothing to panic about. You are learning to navigate energy. You're learning to watch the ebbs and flows of the energy and balance it so you're not having these huge highs and lows anymore. That is what the 7 Hermetic Principles about, is releasing these big swings so that you're like this. And I tell you what, life runs so much more smoothly. It truly, truly does. Anyway, that is my hot tip for today for those that ask this question, because it does come up a lot. Don't worry about it. In that period where the energies are doing this, you don't even need to respond. Just all you need to do is know that your own your higher masculine's gone into that body and dropped you a message to show you where some of the distortion is, so that you can bring it back and settle it in. You're not going to lose them if you don't respond. Always tune into your energy field first. You are the priority, okay? Nobody else is. You're the priority. Learning to navigate this energy and balance it is the priority for you, so that you can live a much more balanced and stable and harmonious life. Come into that beautiful, harmonious inner union first, and then the external will reflect at some point. Sending so much love.